Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome back to our regular schedule. Welcome back. All right. Cool. One sec. Let me get this screen up. You know, I do still agree with shorts for the day on across indices. I think the high of the day has already been created for the most part across the board, and we're going to be seeing these lows, Asian low, and continuation lower. There was major divergence between indices, so I'll go through all of that as I lead into the week. But since price action's already playing out, wanted to make sure we all get in on that, and you guys can see what my objectives are. First objective, of course, this low. But yeah, I believe that price action is just going to continue going down. So for that, we need DXY to pump it. Yeah. Look at that. All right. Yo, good morning, everyone. I don't think these are relevant anymore, so we're just gonna take them off. All right, guys. What a week. Let me fix this screen real quick. Should be good now. Yeah, there we go. Good morning. Who was on ICT's session this morning? DXY to this high as well. Yeah, I had to log out of my trading account because I was gonna continue trading. These shorts look so good. These shorts were so good. I was just like, damn. So I just logged out of my personal account and I opened up a paper trading account just to kill the itch. Yeah. EU played out. Yeah, EU played out. Well, it is playing out, right? Yeah. That was my first objective right there. It ended up playing out, bro, but it hit me out at break even, and it barely did too. Like barely. It's kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's playing out beautifully though. I was paper trading Nasdaq. I'm testing out the turtle suit theory. This is my turtle suit / afternoon session account. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't fucking... I haven't been able to successfully document the turtle soup trade. I don't know if you guys know which one I'm talking about. It's an ICT model. I mean, there's different names for it. I think it's called turtle soup or Judas swing. Okay, so basically, it's just saying above the high or the liquidity that's been built up for that session, we're gonna get that short. Okay, now what I'm studying is how much further past that liquidity is price usually continuing to on average. I believe in the theory overall. As you guys can see, I'm in it. Right, all demo. I'm not gonna go over here and, well, you guys already know. You guys make that assumption, whether it's demo, real, like, it really doesn't matter to me whether people think I'm trading demo or real. So you guys make that assumption. But this is how I backtest theories. I don't just learn something and then throw my fucking main capital at it. I practice it on a demo. You know, especially on those days. And I always practice it on like live trading days. I don't back test price action. I don't go back and see what the fuck happened, you know, in the past month. No, like I test these theories out with live trading and a separate account, of course, and document it. Collect data. How much further past the liquidity level did we trade before we started dumping? So you see this Judas swing. What I'm trying to figure out is how many more. What is my stop loss? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. My end goal with this study is to figure out how I can position my stop loss when trading these Judas swings or these turtle soup trades. All right, so that's kind of my overall goal. And actually, I'm gonna take this down and I'm gonna put it right there in that next blue shaded area. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I see this happen a lot. Like someone will learn something new and then right away they'll go and apply it to their challenge. They'll go apply it to their trading account. They'll go apply it to their main account for most parts. And I can tell you guys, there's a process for all of these things. You know what I mean? I wouldn't ever trade live without a stop loss, without having a stop loss predetermined. So what am I going to have to do is trade while I'm trading without a stop loss, right? It has to be on not the main account. It could be a demo account. It could be a smaller account. It could be whatever account. It could even be like, let's say you bought a 5K challenge just to test it out. Test out new theory. Test out a new strategy. And then you don't back test it. You forward test. You test it with live market environments and collect that data over the period of time, right? What does Mark Douglas say? 25 to 30 trade samples, right? For all my Douglas is over here, right? Your edge presents not in just one trade, but over a period of trades, right? It's over a period of trades that your edge presents itself, never just once. So this turtle soup, this was the first one that I'm gonna add to my file because I want to start trading these. I used to trade them. Let me just tell you that I used to trade this way, where like it's sweep liquidity and I just enter. But I mean, after I gained so much other information, trading like that just became a little bit too aggressive and honestly pretty risky. But I do see a success rate on it. So it attracted my attention. I'm going to test this out. I'm going to see how it all goes. And you guys will get to see a good chunk of that. Study case is what I call them. Okay, I call these study case. So this study case is titled Turtle Soup Judas Swing. And we're actually just going to put that on the description as well. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the description so that way you guys have reference when we come back to these videos and they don't all have the same caption. But yeah, so far that's really what I've been doing. Especially when I'm, you know, I was talking to Zach earlier, especially when you're done for the week, it's best to do these type of things. Take the time. Like, you don't have to take the day off. A lot of people have a really hard time staying away from the charts. I'm exactly the same. I couldn't agree with you guys more. I have a hard time staying off the charts, so might as well utilize your time with a high quality activity. Something that's going to help you in the long run. All right, so let's start with DXY. What is this? The 11th? Is that what we said? No, this is the 10th bullish week. The 10th bullish week. Now, of course, I mean, oh wait, actually, yeah, this is the 10th bullish week right here. And looking at the daily, it looks very likely to happen and close bullish. Now, okay, let's go back to where we were at the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the week, I mean, I just had some very short-term targets. Do you guys remember that? Very short-term targets. It went from this right here, okay, 106,400, and then it went over here to this imbalance. And the reason I did that is because we're already above major highs. So for all my note takers, right, for all my individuals that are studying this, the way that I do this is when major liquidity and objectives have already been hit. For example, this one, weekly, monthly objectives have already been hit. Right? We're trading above structure. We're trading beyond. We're at the highest high so far within the past couple of months. Right? When that happens in major liquidity, a lot of our eyes go downwards and start looking for the reversal right away. And the reversals take time. So what I do is I start looking for the closest, most immediate targets beyond that extreme. Right? Beyond that previous extreme, I'm going to look for the closest target. So what was it this time? It was this previous order block. Right? This previous order block. Give me 1 second. 106,280. I was actually a little bit lower. It might have been, oh, right there, that low. Okay, so we were aiming for that low, right? This low right here. That created this major imbalance. That low. Then I was looking for this imbalance, the low of this imbalance on the left. Notice I kept it very immediate, very close because of this. It's not that I knew that imbalance clear on the left that was created in August 15th of 2022. Like, there's no way I could have known that that's going to be the high of the week. Absolutely no way. But you guys saw how I periodically slowly incremented that. As it got hit, okay, cool, the next one. Oh, it got hit, cool, the next one. Until I found the high of the day, the high of the week. It showed itself to me. I didn't fucking just guess, oh shit, 106,800 is going to be the high of the week. Right? So that's how you go periodically beyond major highs or lows. Take it nice and slow, because it's not that we're not bullish anymore. It's just that we have a higher potential of reversing. Okay? Drop some sevens in the chat. That makes sense. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. So, in terms of daily, okay, this whole daily range was beautiful. I mean, from this low to this high. Okay. Now you guys can see this whole range. But before this whole range was created, right, I couldn't set my range because the 4-hour had yet to distribute. So until this 4-hour started distributing, that's when I drew my range, my real range. Right? That's how I came up with this range. Is once the 4-hour did that. So once yesterday closed, I was like, okay, now we got our range. How low will we go? We already created 50% and below, rejected. Maybe we come back down for the current low of today, next week, and take that low of the week, because this is Tuesday. Let me see. This is Monday, Sunday. Okay, this is the low of the week, Monday. Right? And even though it looked like we were going to go for the low of the week, you can see on the daily range, we just came down to 50%. This gap. Do you guys remember what that gap is? It's not monthly. It's a monthly gap right there. Let me... Give me 1 sec. Oh, sometimes I need to catch my breath. I mean, like, talking. I don't know why, but... I need to practice speaking and breathing at the same time. Okay. Alright, so, yeah. I mean, look at the way that we're gonna... It looks like we're gonna respect that top imbalance, too. I know that the wick came down, but you guys already know wicks do the damage. So the way we come down. Now, there was some nice shorting opportunity on EU and Dow, S&P indices, sorry. There's some nice shorting opportunities at the beginning of the week, but you guys already know, you guys were with me all week, basically almost all week except yesterday, and I was just waiting for the longs for the week. Okay, I was waiting for the longs. Essentially, you could say I was waiting for Thursday without knowing it was going to be Thursday. Let's see how our turtle soup sell is going. Let's revisit it. It's going slowly but surely, I guess. Yeah, this thing's longing, Asian high. Okay, so we're going to go through the beginning of the week, what it presented at the beginning of the week with these longs, and then let's see if they reflected on indices and EU for the shorts. And then we'll reflect on Thursday shorts into Friday shorts, into Friday's longs, I guess. Okay, so we're going to reflect on all of that, look at it. My objective yesterday was this Asian low. Hit it pretty nicely. All right, let's go look at EU. I don't know if Daryl's on here, but we were looking at Asian lows today to target. I was in some shorts today, and it hit me out at break even, unfortunately. But I was in these shorts today. Where was it? These ones right here. I was in that initial wick, and then it came back because I got in obviously like a little bit lower, right? But it came back, hit me out at break even, and then, you know, it is what it is. Now we're down here. That was my first objective, last objective, Asian low. Oh, there you are, Daryl. Yeah, bro. We got it. I mean, we had a pretty solid bias. I believe that our bias was on point. I mean, look at the way that we respected this top imbalance here. That top imbalance was created after we swept this liquidity, this previous daily high. And look at that. So, no, I mean, the bias was on point. You know, we just took out this high and then started rejecting towards the downside. It was beautiful. I believe these shorts are going to hold pretty more than just the Asian low, but it's going to go towards these double bottoms down here. So the bias was on point. The management could have definitely been a lot better. Okay, but in terms of at the beginning of the week, these shorts, I mean, Monday really just leaves a triple top, lots of liquidity. But then Tuesday comes here, and you guys can see this right above Asian highs, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. And you guys don't even need me to draw anything out here. You guys can already see it, I'm sure. Okay. But you guys can see this imbalance here in the front end of everything after we had taken out liquidity. Okay. Let's take this one out real quick. after we've taken out liquidity, and then you have this imbalance here that was created to take out that liquidity. Okay, so that right where those two zones overlap is where you'd go in. Stop loss above that bottom imbalance, whichever one gives you a better risk to reward, or whichever one you feel safest with, whichever one you can just leave the fuck alone. Okay, and then you go, of course, for the initial low of the day, giving you nice 1 to 5 off the 15-minute, right? A 1 to 5 off the 15-minute. Beautiful. Then we come really close to Asian session one more time. But then again, like these days, check it out. This has to happen for me to get into the trade. Usually when you guys see like a nice drop and we don't take out any liquidity, you more than likely won't see me as a part of it. You know, it's these type of days that I sit on the sidelines the most. Do they play out? Yes. Right? Like that one on Tuesday played out so well. 1 second. Right? Could have been held with a better analysis. Could have definitely been held. And you don't even have to trade the rest of the day. It's just about positioning yourself, right, on these winning days where liquidity is indeed taken. Then we had these longs on Thursday. The longs on Thursday were super clean as well. I mean, you guys can see it here on the 1 hour. A lot better. Okay. We had this break of structure to the downside. No sweep of the lows, which kind of tells you, hey, like shorts are going to be incoming some point this week or next week. Okay. And we begin to accumulate. All right. Now, I didn't participate in any of this either. These longs were very clean. You guys can see here this imbalance here on the back and this imbalance here in the front. Okay, the way we respected that. Continues to accumulate for the rest of the day until we hit Tuesday's high, right? Everybody that was short on Tuesday, they went and took those guys all out because they don't want everyone that was short on Tuesday to be able to profit for the rest of the week. So what do? They come seek those trades, those early traders out, and then they utilize news to drop the market down. Yeah, I tried with EU. I definitely tried. Excuse me. There's the turtle soup. So, kind of let's follow up with this a little bit. I know we're going to go back and forth and my I guess the order in which I fucking mark up charts is not the best, okay? But now going back to the turtle soup trade. Or going back to case studies. Now I gather data, okay? At this point in my trading plan, I would essentially take partials. Okay, so I'm going to take one partial here. Okay. And I'm going to journal that. Okay. I'm going to journal that right there. Boom. Okay. And I'm going to journal that, add it to my case study. Okay. First objective after Judas swing hit. Cool. I add it to my case study. And once I have a complete case study, I just started doing these this year. As I complete these case studies, I'll definitely get with you guys and start showing you guys how I do them. Right? But first objective after Judas swing hit. Okay. It's collecting data throughout the whole play. Okay, and if you can't be there throughout the whole play, cool, but just be there, right? Be present. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Um, I still don't have a set time point in which, we'll leave this as the second objective, and we're gonna leave this guy right here as the final. When we get to that blue shaded box, we'll take another contract off, and then when we get to this final take profit, this first low right here, we'll take everything off. Okay. And I'm journaling everything throughout, step by step, as it's happening, as my narrative in my mind goes. Like, what am I thinking? What am I looking for? Where could price potentially be moving towards? Now, guys, at the beginning of this call, the trade did not look promising at all. But the reality of it is you have to stick through, especially when you feel like it doesn't look right. You know what I mean? A lot of I can honestly tell you that feeling or of it doesn't look right is not a good feeling to trade off of, okay? Or manage your trades. It's not you should not have a feeling that has such an influence in your rationality, right? Because it removes rationality from the whole system. So, keeping a systematic standpoint, okay? Staying systematic throughout this whole process. And even when the trades do not look attractive, stick through them. Because I can't tell you how many times I almost got stopped out, but then the trade ended up hitting take profit. And then it may not have been like the biggest profit, but it was a 1 or 3 or plus. And I'm super content with those. I don't know about you guys, but excuse me. Jesus. Sorry for the yawn train that I probably just started. Let me just give myself a good stretch. Dude, ICT's so funny, man. He is the funny guy. He is a really funny guy. In this call this morning, he was just saying some stuff. It was cracking me up. All right. All right, so we're going to go NAS, and we're gonna take everything off the chart just to keep us undistracted. He was saying, I think Alexis is laughing because of what I said. Maybe the yawn train, or maybe you're laughing because of what I said as ICT. Dude, he's funny, dude. He said some stuff. Like I'm gonna share it to you guys, and I'm just gonna play it real quick. But it just reminded me. I personally used to think this way whenever I'd have like some really good profitable days or some really good profitable weeks, or let's say I closed out a profitable month. I used to get really confident, and yeah. Yeah, he said you're going to have to miss me in November. Yeah. So he said this morning, and it just cracked me up. It just reminded me of like some cocky ass traders.
Try to be ahead of the curve and say, okay,
Oh man, it's probably not going to be as loud for you guys actually.
I am the market maker. I want to
Yeah.
try to be ahead of the curve and say, okay, I am the market maker. I want to take these people out and I want to take their seat because I'm booking price lower in a later time in the future. I want to use these people right now that have buy stops that want to buy it at a high price. That's essentially how I'm using their orders that they see as a shield that's protecting their short position. I'm going in as an apex predator. I'm going in like the alpha wolf, and I'm going to consume you. You're meat to me. I'm going in there and I'm going to, you know, to sink my teeth into you and devour you, because you getting out with a profit or you getting out with a loss matters not to me. You're liquidity. That's all you are. You're just a meal. And I have to use you as a stepping stool to get to where I want to go. That's what market making is.
And so it just like reminded me, I was like, damn, dude, very aggressive. Um, very aggressive ICT. Anyways, there goes NASDAQ. Below the low. And let's go over here, and because this is an account, let's see. 1 second. I gotta journal this because I went break even. Okay, so I'm gonna go journal this real quick. Okay, I do these things all the time. Let's play the music again. Okay, just adding it to my journal. Yeah, the one and only ICT. He's so funny, dude. Yeah, when he started saying that shit, I was like, wow, like he's very confident. Like that level of confidence is just unmatched. And it's just funny, you know, it's just funny. It just made me think of again, like just how I used to trade and how I used to be with my trading. I was always like, whenever I could lose for weeks, but as soon as I had one really good day, I'd be like, oh shit, like, and I'd feel so fucking good. I'd feel like the shit, you know, just like how he described it, you know, like when I learned smart money concepts, I was thinking everybody was like my fucking stop loss. I started thinking everybody's stop loss was my take profit. I started thinking like, oh, I'm a fucking, you know, I know the fucking market secrets, you know. And yeah, it's just, it reminded me all of that, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Okay, so look how NASDAQ has came down into the levels that we mentioned on the weekly, right? And so do you guys remember at the beginning on Monday sessions, Monday, Tuesday sessions, guys, are so important. Please do not miss those. Monday, Tuesday sessions, do not miss. It is crucial for your learning and for your understanding of the rest of the week to show up on Monday, Tuesdays. Okay? But Monday, we were looking at potentially coming down to this first low. I mean, we were already down there, and then the high of this imbalance. Beyond that, I only saw us going to those lows. We ended up going to those lows perfectly. Okay, perfectly. So again, I went from this first weekly objective of 14,757 to then the one down here at 14,618. Now, guys, I want you to compare your charts to mine. I want you guys to look at my charts and look at yours on the same time frame. And if you're in the recording, do the same thing, right? But I want you guys to look at your charts and look at where current price is printing and where we're at in structure, where we're at in liquidity. Does it look the same on your chart that it does on mine? I want you guys to be aware of these things because your charts are going to look different. Okay? Unless you're watching the exact same broker feed as I am, which is NQZ 2023. It's a futures version of NASDAQ. Then both our prices, imbalances, gaps are going to be different, are going to vary. So when you see me calling out a number and pointing at a low or a high or an imbalance and pointing these areas out, I want you guys to immediately go refer to your chart and identify the same area. And you'll find that our prices differ quite a bit. Okay? So if I'm ever calling out a price, unless we're looking at DXY, oh fuck, I fucking exited DXY. Unless we're looking at DXY, it doesn't matter. Okay? You guys got to look more at your own chart and see what is gonna get hit or didn't get hit. So again, the same objective. We were trading below a major low. This one right here. So what is my first thought? My first thought, okay, is yeah, we're gonna look for a little bit lower. Yeah, we're still bearish, but where are we gonna turn around? So I'm starting to look at major levels of support to see the turning point. If I can point or get the low of the week, right? Because I didn't know that it was gonna be this one. Just after we hit that one, my eyes came down to this one, right? I didn't know that that was gonna take place. I didn't know that I was gonna be able to mark out the low of the week. It just happened. I mean, I think on Monday I was calling out this shorts from this imbalance, or to target that imbalance. So I went long all week, broke even Monday, Tuesday. I don't think I traded Wednesday, traded and caught the long finally on Thursday. The longs ended up playing all the way out to today, right? The longs ended up playing out all the way through to today, up until just barely like 39 minutes ago, and potentially even still playing out. Okay, but remember, during the week, I believe we took a long together. Could have not. Maybe I'm misunderstood or mistaken. Where is this? This is Monday. Let's go Monday around the opening price. Just looking at that imbalance, trying to aim for that imbalance up there. Oh, yeah. I do remember Monday. Never mind. We did take some trades Monday with my boy Malik. He was on as our guest. And you guys can see the breaker here that I was looking at. Boom. Breaker after we have taken out the initial low. Okay, so we take out initial low, we create a 15-minute breaker, and here on the 5-minute, you guys want to learn a trading view secret that I feel like not a lot more people should know by now? Is, let's say you're in way back, way back, okay? And you want to switch time frames, and let's say I'm going from the 5-minute to a lower time frame. What it does, it kicks you to the right. So it kicks you all the way out here to the right. So what you do, you don't touch the screen, you don't click anything, you just scroll down. Scroll down and look how we're at the exact same. Oh shit. Okay, you're at the exact same. We'll just scroll to the left directly from where you're at. You should be at the exact same price level as where you left off. Now let's say I want to go up in price. I mean up in time. Then it's going to kick me to the left in that direction. And all you have to do is scroll upwards. And you'll be at the same price level. You don't have to move, look, or click anything. Like, it's just there. So again, look, I'm going from 15-minute to the 5-minute, and it's going to kick me to the right. Right? And so all I got to do is scroll down. And boom, there it is. Because I'm at the same price level. Okay, so, yeah, especially because I know I have one-on-ones with a lot of people, and I've not once seen a person do that. Not once have I seen somebody ever do that. So, for all my people my one-on-ones, there you go, guys. I know I have you guys share your screen quite often, and you guys probably hate it, but there's a good solution for that. Anyways, we get into the breaker, guys. I believe this first tap hits me out, but I did go back into this area, and it was very much up here, basically. Going back with the same stop loss. The trade still made sense to me. Okay, and then final take profit was up there. First take profit was right above this high. It was right here. Took some partials. And then final take profit was that top one right there. Okay, and you guys can see, even though we came back deep, we still ended up hitting take profit. So really good trade, all shared live. Both the entries and exits shared live. Okay, and then you have, of course, what was this, Tuesday? Yep, Tuesday. I honestly wanted to see some longs as well, but we didn't end up getting it on Tuesday. I believe I got hit out at break even on Tuesday, unfortunately. And Wednesday, I either didn't trade. Yeah, again, I was waiting for the longs. I was like, there's just waiting for these fucking longs to come about. And then, you know, Thursday, of course, the one fucking day we don't have the call this week. The one day we don't have the call this week, Thursday, we get the longs. Okay, so what do we get here? Look, the 1 hour. Okay, this one's for you, Kay. All right, Koji. I don't know if you're still here, but this one's for you, bro. I know you were asking me about this one. Okay, so there's a big difference between market structure shift and market structure break. Okay, a breaker structure is when the bodies break above or below previous structure. A shift in structure is the exact same thing, guys. Exact same thing, except you're looking at the wicks. You're not looking at the opening or at the bodies. You're looking at the wicks. So, for example, this would be, instead of being like this, boom, 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 and then you got the higher high. Instead of viewing it like that, you're going to come over here and you're going to add these same points to the wicks. So instead of doing it to the bodies, a shift in structure or market structure shift is with the wicks. Oh shit. Okay. And you guys can see that right there. After a major sweep of liquidity, we created this market structure shift. Okay, after we create this market structure shift, you guys can see this insufficiency that was created on the left hand side. Now, I want you guys to note these insufficiencies because you're not going to only use them on one time frame. These are points or institutional levels that are utilized again and again and again. Look at this previous daily low. Look at where we came down to on Thursday. The low of the day was set by Tuesday's end of the day low, right? Tuesday's low of the day was Thursday's support for these longs, along with this insufficiency that was created after this displacement. You guys see why I always have, I don't know, people may look at my charts and think, wow, you have too much shit on your charts, but this is exactly why I keep all this stuff on my charts. This is exactly why. So now you're gonna see the next reason why. Look, 1 hour imbalance. Let's go down to the 15-minute. Okay, 1 hour imbalance. Keep that eye on that 1 hour imbalance. We're going to get back to it. 15-minute breaker. Previous daily low. Overlapping confirmations. You can put it right on the overlap. That's not how I took it. Unfortunately, I only saw it once it was already pulling away from it. So I took it up here. But this was overall the trade. I wish I would have gotten that nasty risk to reward. But yeah, no, I got in right as it was pulling away. So I got in right there. Okay? That's the first entry. Why? Why that first entry? Because guys, look. Not only did we come down for the opening, but look at the way that we took out all of these lows. I'm going to zoom in real quick. Look how we played with that area. These are really good bullish signs right here. When you will have an area, you want liquidity to be built up right above it. That's beautiful right there. These lows right here, these 3 lows, are the reason why I felt even more confident about the longs right there. We get the longs, okay, about right there, okay. And I'm gonna take this one out and I'm gonna move it to the left so that way it's not in our way of the markups anymore. But just be aware that that's our first entry. Okay. Then you clearly see a market structure break. I can take either one. It doesn't have to be a shift. It can be a market structure break or shift. Okay, you can see a clear market structure break right here on the 15-minute. But really, like, who cares about the break? It was this imbalance here that really brought my attention to the longs. Okay. In my thought process is, as long as we respect this insufficiency here, we're bullish. Okay. So now we go down to the 5-minute. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the 5-minute. By the way, hold on. In that first entry, it's because I took another one right here. So I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. In that first entry on the 15-minute, look at this imbalance. Accumulation. Accumulation, imbalance. What's in the imbalance? Inside the imbalance? What's right inside that imbalance? That liquidity sweep level. Entry. Right there. Imbalance, liquidity sweep level. Boom. And this one, I was aiming up here. But once I started seeing it distribute, I took partials, major partials, and I just left it. I was like, we may come back. So I left it alone. We come back, hit me at break even because my stop loss was like above this 1 hour imbalance. Hits me out at break even. And this is where I personally felt like it was going to just pop off. Okay. And it was based off a 3-minute breaker. This is this one right here, this big ass breaker. When I see a very large body breaker, I don't use the wicks, I only use the bodies. Okay, but not just that. When do we come down? Look at this. 10:30 is when this opens. A new 15-minute candle. A new 30-minute candle. Right? So this is essentially a wick. All of this is a wick on the 15-minute. All of this is a wick on the 30-minute. Right? Where's 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. is up here. Look. 10 a.m. opens, drops. All of this from here across, from here and all of this below is the 10 a.m. wick. 10 a.m. opens, pulls back into discount, and now we have, what overlapping confirmations do we have here? We have the 3-minute breaker, but what else do we have overlapping it? Can you guys drop it in the chat? Drop it in the chat for me. What did I tell you to pay attention to? What did I tell you guys to pay attention to? Drop it in the chat for me. See if anybody gets it. I don't see anything yet, so I'm just gonna tell you guys, in case you guys forgot. But remember, one-hour imbalance. Let's go back to the 3-minute. Remember, I'm not clicking anything. I'm just scrolling down and it takes me right back to my price. Okay. What is this? 1-hour imbalance. 3-minute breaker. What are they doing? They're overlapping each other in this specific price zone right there. Boom. Stop loss below the low of the breaker. Aiming for Asian highs and previous daily highs. Asian highs right there though. But I did take profit at previous daily highs. I held it all the way through. Okay, second entry. But this is technically my first one because by here, this first one got stopped out at break even. And then once I got that 3-minute one, I mean, I couldn't help but to see that, you know, I was like, okay, it's the start of it's the first half of the 10 a.m. It looks like we're accumulating below the 10 a.m. open. And it looks like, I look at this whole thing as like I did on the daily candle. The daily candle open, right? Remember how we were looking at the daily candle open? If we accumulate below the open, it's because we're going to have a long bullish candle. This is essentially the exact same thing because price is fractal. Everything here is fractal. And so as I saw that 10 a.m. candle wick forming, I immediately went, and I'm going to move this one to the left so that way you guys can see this with more clarity. But just know that was our second entry. Or I guess now first entry. Back to the first entry. You have this bearish imbalance here. And you have this bullish imbalance here. What is that called? My famous overlap, right? That overlapping price, that's my last entry. And because I already was in from down below, I did put my stop loss at the low of that imbalance, of that bigger imbalance. You only need one. That's the reality of it. You only need one setup, and that's it. And you can be done for the whole week. I got break even clapped all week until boom. This just one fucking trade did it all for me for the rest of the week. And now, I mean, honestly, NASDAQ on the 1 hour looks bullish to me. It looks super bullish to me, but according to the theory, like, we should still move down. But we'll see. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Maybe we end up shorting on Monday, and Monday ends up being the short. That's just one pair. Yeah, that's just one pair. We went super deep in just one asset. Just one asset. By the way, look at these blue boxes doing their thing. Right? Gap, we trade into it, reject. We trade above it, use it, support. We trade into it, reject. What are we using it now as a support? Support. I mean, resistance, cool. We trade below it, close below it. Now use it as an entry. Boom. Now what we can do is use it as a target. Boom. I mean, guys. Oh, did this shit hit me at break even? I did, huh? Oh, no, it didn't. Did it? Where is it? Orders. There it is. Oh, no, it didn't. Wow. What are the odds? I'm gonna put it right above that imbalance. Right, that one. That's the imbalance right here. Yeah, and like Zach said, that's just one pair. Right? That's just one pair. But honestly, you only need one. That's the reality of it. That's how the reality is, and it's always going to be. You only need one setup all week. I could even go as far as to tell you could only need one setup all month. You know what I mean? And so yes, you guys see me show up every day, but I'm not in an urge to want to catch a trade. I'm not in any urge to be a part of this move or get back into it or re-enter, you know, just allowing price action to do what it does best, following my plan, adding this, you know, studying this study case, see if it works out, man. It may or may not. It may just fucking flunk, and I will need another 24 samples for me to determine that. I will need another 24 samples to determine that. Right? But anyways, guys, I feel like we went really in depth with NASDAQ. We didn't do our usual intermarket analysis that we tend to do, right? There was a lot of divergence this week. So there was one bearish diverging day in the week. There was one really bearish diverging day in the week. Okay? And so, with that very bearish diverging week, if you guys can find the two assets, it's between NASDAQ, Dow Jones, S&P. Okay? If you guys can find the divergence that I'm talking about this week, okay, it was for a short. It was a bearish divergence between two of the three indices. Okay? And whoever sends me that on Telegram, I'll give you a free 1 hour one-on-one with me. Okay? A free 1 hour one-on-one with me. If you send it to me through Telegram, you guys can have that free one-on-one with me. All right? There was one bearish day with divergence in it. So, I mean, that narrows down. You don't have to look at Thursday anymore, right? You don't have to look at, you may have to look at Friday depending on how today closes. But for the most part, we already eliminated one of the days, right? So there was one day where we had bearish divergence between two of the indices. If you were on the stream with me, you know which one exactly I'm talking about, and this is going to be super easy to you, and you're probably already sent it to me. Okay? But for those of you who don't, send me that markup. Study this week. Find the bearish smart money divergence this week. Okay? You can see it it's visible on even on the 1 hour. I'll tell you guys that much. It's visible even on the 1 hour. I'm giving clues up the ass here, so I'm gonna leave it and let you guys do the rest of the work. Okay. Koji said, I don't know if you already explained it or not, as I had to run out of my PC for like 15 minutes. Yeah, Koji, throughout those 15 minutes, that's very small window that you left, I explained it. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, that kind of sucks, but yeah, no, I explained exactly what you're asking for right there. So revise today's video. I'm gonna make it nice, short, and simple to digest. We just went over EU, NASDAQ, and DXY. I'm gonna let you guys do the rest of your homework, and if you want a chance to win that one-on-one, it has to be by the end of today. If you guys don't send me throughout the whole weekend, so it has to be by the end of today. Today's Friday the 28th, the 29th, September the 29th already. Sheesh. Let's go, man. What a great way. So this weekend, I want you guys all to take the time to reflect on the quarter. I want you guys to look back at your quarter and see how you can improve for the following one. Remember, we're entering the last quarter of the year. This is the final mile, right? The marathon continues after this, but this is the final mile for this year. So make sure you guys are going over your data. Make sure you guys are collecting data, and be sure to tune into Monday and Tuesday's stream, Okay, our schedule moving forward is Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, I'm gonna go live with you guys, except Thursdays. Thursdays, I'm not gonna go live. Thursdays, I'm not going live. And some days, guys, I'm starting at 9 a.m. and I may be done by like 8 a.m. Okay, because the 8 a.m. usually is my private time to trade, so I'm not always going to be on the whole fucking session. I'm not always going to run 2-hour streams, but I will be going live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, except Thursdays. All right. So that's the new schedule that was inspired by, I guess, many of the newfound mentors that I saw over the weekend. They've inspired me to keep going and put reps every single day. Thursdays I'm going to utilize for my own self-studies, for students, and for you guys to know that on Thursdays I'm going to start leaving it open and available for you guys to book a session, a 1-hour session, 2-hour session, whatever. I'm going to leave Thursdays open because I want to leave it available for anybody who wants to trade with me on that window. I'm going to leave that window open for you guys to be able to trade live with me through that window. Now, if you are planning to trade live or book one of those sessions with me, I'm just letting you know, please have advanced trading understanding. Those calls are not for beginners, okay? Those calls are not those one-on-ones are not for beginners. The ones booked throughout, New York session, just know that we're going to be trading or, analyzing the markets together. For those of you who are new to trading or want to learn more about my concepts, you can book a one-on-one with me whenever. It doesn't have to be during New York. That's whenever. Just check my availability. The description below has a link that you can book a free consultation. So whatever you guys need, resources are there. There's no excuses. Keep running it. Let's keep clapping up these markets, and I'll see you guys Monday at 9 a.m. sharp. All right. Take care, guys. Watch this Judas swing go, go, go. And yeah, trade responsibly. Peace.